Okay, we're back for another How We. Hopefully this one will be shorter. I don't know how many folks have worked on 2-hour-long videos like the last one I did, but man, shooting the video is not bad. It's just the editing work for a 2-hour video is just agonizing. All right, enough talk. Well, no, I'm going to talk some more. Enough gibberish. How's that? So what I'm thinking about here is the backyard scene for this house, because again, I want to get this area done, and I also want to get up there on the other side of all that stuff there done, just because I want to get it done so I can have the backside finished and I'm not reaching over things, which I did put something there to protect the gate because I did brush it this morning. All right, so I want to do something here. I found that little garage that I had built before, and on the old layout I had it painted to match the house, so I said, okay, you know, to me it's reasonable that this is an older home, that they have an older single car garage, so I want to put that out there. And then what I figured was, first of all, there's no way that they come in and park here that they're going to walk down the street, up the sidewalk to their house. Ain't happening. So what they're going to do is they would walk through the yard. You can see I'm kind of thinking about what I'm going to put down. There'd be a path and they go in the back door. There's no way they're going to walk the long way. They're going to walk through the yard. All right, so I can do that. And then I wanted to put some type of fence. I just think they would have put something at some point in time in the past. Since the railroad's so close, you know, I don't know if it would be a fence like that. This is a fence that I scratch built for the old layout, and I want to use it if I can. I kind of like it. I don't think they would use like a picket fence. Maybe. They certainly wouldn't use like a farm fence there. So I'm going to say, you know what? For whatever reason, they have this old corrugated fence that they put around their backyard. And then what I want to do, once I get, you know, this will be kind of the dirt gravelly area where they pull in. It won't be paved. Back in here, I want to put like an old camper, maybe an old Ford pickup truck, you know, something like that, laying around, some junk for the yard. And then I'll work, you know, I want to get the scenery kind of done up along the street there, get that all finished up. So, all right, so this is kind of the introduction here. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this. None of that's in place right now. It's all just kind of sitting there as a thought. And I decided to make the grass this kind of a, you know, the burnt autumn, just because I figured, well, first of all, they're probably not going to be back there doing a whole lot on the lawn. I might try to add some color to it, either with some static grass or something, and then I might put, you know, maybe some trees along here to kind of divide the two. You know, this is the lawn that they kind of worry about more, and this is more of the rough area back by the garage that they're not too concerned with. Whatever happens, happens. Be even a little bit rougher here by the tracks, and then back. Then I'll tie this field in on the back side there. So, okay, so let me think about what I want to do here. If I want to use that fence, and I didn't know how to do the corner. I thought maybe I could bring the two pieces, because it's on a hill there. And again, I'm not the most handy guy, so you guys out there that build fences would say, oh, I don't know exactly how you, well, I don't know. All right, so I'm not going to worry about it. I took a little corner piece and just kind of put it in there. I thought about maybe putting a big tree there, like they brought the fence along this side. This side, it kind of ended it at the tree. I don't know. Would you do that? I don't know. So that's kind of what I have now. If I kind of come around to what it looks like on the inside. Again, I like the fence. So, all right. Anyway. And I'm going to try to keep this shorter because these long videos, just like I said, trying to edit them is really a process. All right. So let me think about it, and then maybe we'll film what we do here. All right, we're going to go for it here. So I got the little garage. I took it back, just did some cleanup. It had a little bit of old scenery on it because the way it was on the old layout, it was kind of sitting in a hill. I cleaned it up, took a little bit of weathering powders, real slightly just to weather it a little bit. It had a little, I don't know if I had too much glue on the side, some kind of thing there. So I took some Vallejo blue-gray wash and just kind of said, there's a stain there. I don't know what happened, but There's something wrong with the garage on the side. All right, anyway, so what I like to do for structures, again, this is just what I do. I like to take some hobby tack, and this stuff gets sticky and tacky, and you can use it. I use it to install buildings, not a lot, just a little bit, and then you can also pull them back out again. That's how I was able to save all the structures, not all of them, a lot of them, from the old layout. So I just take a wee bit. All I'm going to do is put it here in the corners. Just kind of helps hold it down when you're working. You know, while I'll be working around it with scenery and details and ladders and other junk around it. So I'm just going to put some on the corners and then let it sit. This takes about it'll take 15-20 minutes till it gets tacky. And then once it gets tacky, we'll pop it in place and go from there. Alright, we'll be back when this dries up. Alright, so while the house, or the garage has got the stuff tacking up, what I'm going to do is go ahead and get these pieces glued in. They're going to help me guide where I set the garage, and I've done some cleanup on all the other pieces out there, and then I have got the fence pretty much ready. What the heck is that? You got to be kidding me. Oh, hold on a second, guys. I think we got a train coming. Just a second. Oh, I was not expecting this. But, and again, we are on a layout, not a diorama, and things happen. Although power's off to the gates, so we'll just have to... Yeah, hurry up. Oh, yeah. Come on, hurry up, guys. Freaking trains. Oh, good, he's short. This isn't one of those monster 600 axle CSX freight trains. Alright, let's get back to work. Okay, back to work. Alright, by the way, I heard in a scanner that was train, CSX train Q02 bad. Just kidding, come on, have a little bit of fun, guys, right? Okay, so I'm just going to take this and get that piece off. And then, like yesterday, take some of the 3-in-1 glue. Run it around. Okay. Sehr gut. Okay, so now, like I said, this is going to help when I go to place the garage. A little bit of a gap there for some dirt, and like I said, maybe some trees if I decide to put in along there. So I'll get that piece down there. Yeah, I'm not worrying at all if pieces come up and pull out, because it's going to be a little more of a scruffy area. And I'm going to put this piece in. I'm going to leave it so I have a little bit of a notch there. That's where that one fence post is going to go. So let me get this piece situated. Oh, a little bit of a... I do try to keep these little errant pieces of mesh, just try to trim them a little bit, just if they're going to be in the way. So again, this isn't really exciting to see on camera, but I actually can't do it that way, sorry. I'll be right back. Okay, I had to do that. I didn't want to bore you guys by looking at nothing. I'm going to take that and put that right this in here and then kind of work it in. That's kind of where I think they'd wear down to a dirt path, because there ain't no way they're walking the long way. Not when you come home late at night. And that brings up another point. I'm gonna have to do something for lights in here, because I don't know that they would have street lights here, just because of the nature of that kind of secondary road. But I'm pretty sure that if I lived here and I had people coming home late at night from this garage, I'd put some kind of lights out there. I don't know yet what I'm going to do, but all right. So I'm just going to continue along, put some more of these pieces in, and then we'll be back. Okay, so we got the garage with the tackiness on the bottom. I'm going to set that in, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that in. I'm going to put some more scrap, leftover pieces of this around. Might even put the fence in. I'm going to go for it. And I'm going to shut up and then I'll speed the video up so it doesn't bore you guys too much. And in fact, I'm going to put a marker in so I know when to start and stop. So here we go. First, I'll put this down somewhere. It looks good. Yep, there it is. Done. I said that's just tack enough just to help it. You know, as you're in there working with the scenery, and you're going to bump it when I'm putting all the ladders and other accessories around it. That will keep it in place. So, okay, now we're going to forge ahead. Okay, welcome back to normal speed. All right, so got all that in. Got the fence in. Got some just random pieces of that. That's the Silflor 2mm autumn lawn is what it is. Short lawn, so it's only 2mm. Good for kind of scruffy type stuff that we're going to try to do here. So now what I'm going to do, go ahead and pause, gather some of the other ground foams and dirts and gravels and whatnot. And we'll start adding to items there in the scene. All right, back shortly. Okay, got a plethora of items here. Just going to start putting some stuff down and see where it goes. And I'll speed it up. I got some of the highball N scale gray, probably for the gravel, you know, coming in sort of the driveway. Got some Arizona tan earth, Monster Model Works earth that I sifted fine. Some of the industrial dirt, Woodland Scenics burnt grass, and the earth that I like that. And then some of the railroad type dirt, mostly for along the road. That's kind of a good blending color. So, all right, we're just going to go for it. Again, I'm going to put a marker in here and shut up and just work away. kind of the initial layer. I did come back with some Woodland Scenics green grass and weeds just to kind of sprinkle over the area a little bit. And I'm going to work a little bit down here on this side. I think I have an idea for up there. I'm probably just going to kind of incorporate this stuff kind of right up to their fence. So let me speed up and we'll do that. Marker. Alright, here's a quick view up top. I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go back and get that initial layer kind of down with the the wet water and the adhesive solution. That's all I'm going to do. I won't even film that. That's just droppers putting stuff down. Then we'll come back and take a look and figure out what's next after this is done. So the first layer there is gluing up, so you can see how it changes colors. So I'm going to let that sit, let it dry up, see how it looks, and then come back and do some more work. Probably want to do some more work on the path, and then blend it in some of the grass areas, do some work along the fence, and then obviously do that section back there from the fence over to the existing grass field area. So, alright. Gonna let that set up, and then we'll come back when that's dry and ready for some more work. So while the other stuff is drying up, what I'm going to do is go ahead and get a piece of the Hecky wild grass and probably a piece of deco grass, put in that spot over here. I wasn't even going to show this, but I will. And I'm going to use this spray adhesive, very risky, because you can see I got some cardboard down to protect overspray. But this is the best way to secure this stuff, because it's so light and airy. I think if you tried to glue it with 3-in-1 glue, it just wouldn't work. So, all right, I'm going to do this quick. I'm probably going to be in the way of the camera because I don't know where to put it where you can see. But anyway, at least you can kind of get an idea of what kind of goofball I am and what I'm doing. Okay, I let that tack up a little bit, and then we will put the stuff down. Okay, about 2 minutes later, let that stuff get tacky. You can test it with your fingers, but be careful, it will get all over you. So now I'm going to put a piece of deco grass out by the road. This simulates just kind of real scruffy type grass. Carefully put you in there. Yeah. And then a piece of this. And a little bit more here. Then once this initial layer of the stuff's in, it's really easy to add things on top of it. So that's why I like doing this. You can make, bare spots. I'm thinking maybe put a tree right there. We'll see. I think it might be a good spot for a nice big honking tree. Alright. Take a little bit right there. Just a tiny little piece. And then real quick, since I've got this going, I'm going to put a piece of an alternate color just over that, because I got a little bit of the adhesive there. So I'm going to grab that and do it. Okay, so I got a piece of the meadow green. Just kind of lay in like that. Blend in. Alrighty. Now we'll let that set up and then we'll work on that later. Oops, I kind of got ahead of myself, started working. And then, like I said, realized I didn't have the camera, but I wasn't really working back there as much. That's still drying up. But what I wanted to do, because a couple times while reaching, again, I almost broke that. I almost jammed my elbow into that. You can see how it's awful a bit. It was kind of coming out, so I got to get this done. So what I did was just some more work around the house. I added some rhododendrons coming down here and some little bushes around the house. I added my mulch mixture, another piece of rhododendron, a bush there in the back, a Central Valley picket fence, some Silflor white tufts there in the front of the house like flowers, a knock hedge along there, and then you can see the fence. Again, this is hard. I'm just reaching this. I ran it out to the bush there, just to do something to give a little bit of detail to the yard and everything. So, still don't know what. I just don't know that there wouldn't be something along here, because your kids can come right out the door and go, "Yay!" You're the road. I mean, great for us, right? We're rail fans. We love it, but I don't think that many parents would be super pleased. So I don't know. And I'm going to put another fence in there or what, but so I'm going to let this set up. Just so what I used, the rhododendrons are from Silflor, and that's probably really hard to read because they're in purple, but it's 253-06, and these are available at Scenic Express. The bush, the big bush there in the corner, the kind of the fall bush, also Silflor to 251-03. Low shrubs, size 0, early fall, also available at the Scenic Express. The little green bushes there, the one there at the corner, and the two there by the rhododendron, they're out of this little knock set here. I think it's 25410 bushes green. And they're little ones, they're tiny, so that's why I kind of bought them for shrubbery and whatnot. So that's the stuff that was used. Alright, so now I'm pretty much done. I did a little extra work out there along the road. I'm just so tired of standing on a stool. That's why you hear me often mention that it's different on the layout, because I had to stand on a stool 1 and 2 steps up, leaning over. I'm telling you, it's a lot different when you're doing work on a layout as opposed to a diorama. But anyway, so we will let that stuff set up, let the bushes all get glued in and dried, and then come back tomorrow and see what else we want to do around this area here. So apologize for not showing everything, but I just kind of got busy and working, but it wasn't much. I was just kind of putting that stuff in, so not a whole, you didn't miss a whole lot. So okay, we'll be back most likely after everything dries up and sets up here. Okay, things have set up here nicely, and even some of the colors have returned to the pre-wedding colors. Again, some do and some don't. That's just something you kind of get a feel for as you use the different products. Now, all I'm going to do now, I'm almost done with this, because like I said, I like to get things to the 80-85% level and then move on, and then come back and super detail the scene later on. because I'm trying to get a bunch done here before I have to go back on this job, and I don't want to spend all kinds of time doing stuff that I can easily do later on a weekend home or on a rainy day or something like that. So I'm going to just go around and put some tufts down. These are Silflor tufts. I have a variety here. I won't film it. I'm just going to pick some, put them around a little bit, then we'll come back and take a look. And then I'm going to decide probably the last thing I'll do. I might want to do something out here. Not sure yet, but we'll be back in a moment. Okay, I actually worked ahead and I didn't film it, but I'll tell you what I did. Simple. I was going to put some static grass out there, but I decided, nah, I want to try something different. So I took some of the Polac white red flowers, 5980, stretched it real thin, really thin, and then kind of laid it in there, and then came back with a little bit of the Hecky meadow green wild grass, just a couple spots to give it some variety. Then it came back with the weeds, that same technique that I used on that area there, some of the higher weeds that you see, and then some filigrane just stuck in for effect. So that's the look there up along the tracks. And then back by the garage, I just added a couple details on this. Is just to put some stuff out there, you know, a step ladder, some piles of blocks. Got some old tires, which I think they probably would have. I don't know, it just seems to me they would. Pardon me as I move around here. And then there's an old garbage can there in the back. And piece of fence. Not sure why. I just thought maybe they'd have some fence laying around because they tried to repair it or at some point in time in the past, and they got some fence there. And then I also added, I'm having trouble here with the darn, there we go. Put a tree there. I just thought that there'd be something there, so I just kind of popped in a tree. I don't know if I'll keep it there. You know, that's a conifer tree. I think would kind of make sense that if they planted something, I could see that being there. A car just sitting there. Now that tree, that's just kind of sitting there for effect. I just kind of wanted to see what it looked like. I'll have something there. Probably not that particular one, but something there. And that's pretty much it. I added a little mailbox there on the front. Again, I don't know why the mailman wouldn't just walk up to the door, but whatever. Okay, so like I said, this scene is probably about 85%. So I'm going to wrap this up now because I got to move on, do other things. But that's how we do it. That's a little, more than, I guess, backyard garage scene. Also some detailing around the house is what this was. So hopefully it was interesting. And maybe some stuff you can use, incorporate into your scenic techniques. Alright, more to come as we work other areas. And if there's anything in particular you'd like to see, let us know. We'll try to accommodate. Can't promise anything, but we certainly can try. So, again, thank you very much for watching.